Okay, so I'm going to show you how to drain the marrow off of any bone in any bird that you want. So now I have this peregrine falcon that I have skinned previously. So we're going to kind of like pull out the legs and also the neck skin. The skull is obviously all skinned out and set aside, so we're going to use casted skulls. One of our casted skulls we're going to use for this one. So anyway. Okay. So obviously I have opened up underneath the wing. And I got the ulna and radius bone here. And for a perched mount, I'm deciding to basically, instead of wiring the whole wing this time, I'm just going to push the wire right through the bigger bone here. Let me just zoom in so you can see better. There you go. Zoom in a little more. There you go. That's good. Okay. So I would like to basically push my wire from behind the humerus here and goes inside the bone, on the bigger bone. And I'm not going to wire this area. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm just going to fold it and let it dry. So, but there is marrow in here. And if you don't drain the marrow, what happens after you push the wire, you're going to make a hole at the bottom of the radius here and push the wire into it, and you're going to mount your bird and you're going to walk away and you think that everything is going to be fine, but in about a month or month and a half or 2 months down the road, the marrow inside this, because now you have opened the ends of the bone, so it's going to get liquefied. It's not going to get, if you basically wire your wing from outside of the bone, so the marrow inside there doesn't necessarily need to be drained because it's entrapped inside the bone, and it will dry out and it will just get absorbed into the cells of the bone. But now that you have made a hole to push the wire in there, so it will liquefy and it will run throughout the bone, and it basically seeks the only place that it has way outside, and that's where the wire is coming out, and it's going to leak slowly into the skin and into the feathers. Every time it will happen, and it's a very gross, very thick, sticky type of a grease that will leak into the surface of your bird 2 months after it's been done. And if it's been given out to your client, then that's a mess, because it's going to look like shiny, wet feathers on the wing, on the outside of the mount. So you don't want that to happen. If you want to push the wire right through the bone, you have to drain it. And I'm going to show you how we're going to drain that. Very easy. So all we need is just a proper size drill bit. Okay. And this smaller bone, we leave that alone. We're just dealing with this bigger bone. Okay. This bigger bone, we'll put one hole on each end. On this end, on the wrist part, we're just going to put a hole from this angle. There you go. One hole right on the top. And on this end, where we're going to push the wire from inside, we're just going to put a hole right along at the end of the bone here where the wire would be going in. There you go. And you can push it in a little bit further so you know exactly your drill bit is going into the bone. And the next is grabbing a piece of paper towel. Okay. Let me just zoom out so you can see a little bit better. And you want to cover up this area, that hole on the inside, and get your basically paper towel crumbled right in there. And from the other hole that we made, you're going to put your air compressor, air nozzle in there and give it a blast. There you go. You can hear that pop sound, and then you will open up this. You will see that everything in there just came out. So with one blast of air, you're going to clean up every piece of marrow that was in there, and you can see how much it would be. Okay, so all of this will liquefy and will seek its way out to the surface of the feathers if you don't do this. Now, I'm going to do the second wing. Okay, again, going at the end of the bone, make one hole. Make sure you don't break the bone, and go from inside again. Okay. Now I'm going to wrap my paper towel again and fully enclose that area. And from the other end, we'll give it a blast. This one is not doing it like the other one. I have to find out what's going on in here. Okay, that means if it's not popping out, it means that something is stopping the airflow. So what I can do is get a pipe cleaner. Okay, and try to reach through the hole that I made into the bone. Sometimes the marrow can dry out and gets very sticky, so I push my pipe cleaner into the hole and try it again to loosen up whatever is in there, or at least you might want to call it open up the airway. Still not doing it. I'm gonna do one more time. Oh, my gloves are falling apart too. Okay, find the hole. Okay, one more time. Okay, didn't work. So I'm going to open up that hole a little bit bigger. because I can see some marrow coming out with my drill bit, but sometimes the hole doesn't allow a clean airflow. Very little. That's not possible. There's got to be more. So you see how much marrow is coming out with my drill bit? So it's a little bit more dried out. So now I'm going to try it again. So it's coming out with the drill bit, but it's not coming out with the airflow. Let's see again. Very little again came out. Okay, give it another pipe cleaner. There's still some marrow in there and I want to pull it out. But I don't understand why it's not coming out this time. It's probably dried out, sticking to the walls inside the bone. Oh, actually, you know what? It has come out a lot more than what I thought. Look at that. I thought there was nothing because I'm just using... Okay. I must have missed it when I pushed all of it out. No wonder. One more blast. Yeah, just a little bit more came out. So basically the first time that I put the air into it, it pushed out most of it. But I didn't see it, so I thought it's still stuck in there. Okay. So anyway, this is how we do it. And now when we push our wire into that bone for bending the wings, we don't need to worry about that marrow liquefying and seeping out to the feather surface.